What's up YouTube? I'm back with another video, and this is going to be my first ever As Told by Terri K right here on the new YouTube channel. So I'm just gonna really get into it and start off like this. Okay, so for those of you who know, I do work at a radio station, theflavorradio.com, and I am a radio personality on the Dancehall Now show. I am no longer live, but I'm behind the scenes and I'm doing stuff, to keep the show progressing along as it used to while I was there. So each week I had this segment which was entitled As Told by Terri K, where I would kind of just take my blog to the show, which is a rant type of blog where I just want to, express myself. Today I want to talk to you guys about the Reggae Sumfest, which happens in Jamaica yearly. It definitely does kick off in the summertime. It is a summer type of party. And so this year they have different nights, and this year's dancehall night will take place on July 25th. And they have this big headline about it. It's girl power. There is an all-female lineup for the dancehall night. There's veteran Lady Saw, there's Maka Diamond, there's Spice, there's Daniel D.I., and there's Baby Tosh. Now, for those of you who know anything about Caribbean music or anything about dancehall, it is dominated by the men. It's very, very hard for women to be taken seriously or to, get their shine in the business. So I think it's really great that the Sumfest team and the organizers have decided to have the dancehall night strictly ladies only, which I think is going to be a really great thing. I wish I could go, but nonetheless, I will try to see the videos online, or I will try to read reviews of the different performances. I think that's a really great thing that the ladies are taking over, because that's something that I try to push at Dancehall Now. It's definitely always featuring a female who's either on a rhythm or if she has a new single out, because women do get kind of pushed underneath the rug and their singles do kind of get not as much play as men when it comes to Caribbean music and the industry. So it's definitely great to see the Reggae Sumfest team giving the women their night and their shine, and definitely doing the whole girl power movement. I have a little bit of an issue recently with a single that was released by Busta Rhymes and Nicki Minaj. It's entitled Twerk It. Now, I got both the Twerk It single as well as the remix, which features Lady Saw, and I must say my initial impression of the single was I was not impressed. I honestly was just it was a subpar song for me. It wasn't what I envisioned when I heard that Nicki Minaj and Busta Rhymes were going to do a Caribbean style, a dance hall track. The pitch of the single was that they strictly spoke patois in this song, and it was a complete reggae dancehall Caribbean single. I heard it, I still kind of heard the hip-hop influence, which is great. It's fine. I understand that both Busta and Nicki Minaj are hip-hop artists, so that makes sense. They are going to have their hip-hop style in the single. Cool. Okay. There's so much going on in the Caribbean, and there's so many different entities and so many different people who are trying so very hard to make the Caribbean music industry on the level of other international music industries. And it's when people do stuff like that, when you say you're going to do a dancehall single and you do that, it's why didn't you just get a dancehall artist featured on your song, like Busta Rhymes, Nicki Minaj featuring Conscience, featuring Chronix, featuring Lady Saw, featuring Maka Diamond, Spice, Tifa. There's so many people that you can have featured on your track, where you can bring that authenticity to the single and have what the Caribbean music fans are looking for. They're looking for their artists, people that they know, people that they've grown up on, featured in these bigger markets. So we're looking for that. But when you say you're going to feature a Lady Saw and you literally only have her sample, it's no, B, we could have done without that. You could have kept your single the way it was. When I read a story that Assassin was featured on the Yeezus album, I dug a little deeper and found out that there were 3 singles on Kanye West's album that were dancehall influenced, or they used dancehall samples, and then there was a single that features Assassin, Agent Sasco. So I'm okay, cool. Kanye West is, he's gonna do his due. He's gonna, you know, because Kanye West is a musical genius, so he definitely does pull from a lot of different influences. So I'm thinking, okay, he's definitely going to have some real dancehall, real reggae on this album. Nope, that's not what happened. What happened was Kanye West wanted to have this dancehall artist on his track because the dancehall verse was so amazing that he wanted to keep it. And it's literally like he had this idea for each song, and then he just threw in the dancehall because he wanted to say that he had dancehall on the CD. Kind of like one of those things where it's like, I don't really know what process you were going through when you decided to make the single, the album. Like, I just don't even understand how this came about. Like, I was amped to find out that Kanye West actually did decide to have dancehall, and then decided to have Assassin featured on the album. Not just used an Assassin verse, not just sampled Assassin, but actually had Agent Sasco on the CD. And it's like, that's how you did it. Honestly, it's a great opportunity. It's really great for Assassin to have been put on Kanye West's CD, because now people are going to be looking for him and they're going to want to feature him, and he's going to get that extra exposure. He's going to be now in a different market. So yeah, that's great for Sasco. It's like, what are you really trying to say to Caribbean folks, and what are you trying to tell us about our music, that when you sample it, like, you don't give it its just due. Like, you're just kind of putting it where you want to put it, and that's what you say is my dancehall sample. It sampled the who was it? Sizzla, Beanie Man, and I think they said Popcorn. Those three were sampled, and they were really great samples. Like, one thing about Kanye West, he is a great sampler. He can sample the heck out of a song. When it comes to doing an original dancehall single, that's not what he did. So don't get it twisted. Like, I'm not saying that he tried to pull a Busta and Nicki and literally have a dancehall single. No, that's not what he did. He sampled Caribbean music, and then he had Agent Sasco featured on his single. That's about it. So guys, I bring all of that to your attention just basically to put that out there and kind of find out what are your opinions of what's going on in the global music industry, but also in the Caribbean music industry. Like, there are definitely things that are happening, not just for women, but for the entire music industry as a whole. But then there are little things that are being nitpicked, and it's just kind of like, okay, you say you're going to do this, you say you're going to feature this type of music, but then when you do your spin on it, what exactly are you trying to say to us? Like, what are you trying to tell us? Are you trying to tell us that we're good enough for your CD, or are you trying to tell us that we're good enough to be sampled, but that's about it? Like, that's it. So let me know your thoughts. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, because I will be doing lots more As Told by Terri K's, because they were a weekly segment, so they will be a weekly feature here on my YouTube channel. So definitely make sure you subscribe so that you keep updated. All of my social media is in the description box below, so you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, here on YouTube. I believe my email information is in there below. If you want to email me, if you don't want to leave a comment below, but if you still want to reach out, use any social media platform you wish, or email me. And yeah guys, that's it. I will see you in the next video. Bye.
Then to 1989.